Hey, all right, Matt, how are you?
Great to see you, Nicholas. How are you?
I'm fantastic, fantastic. Another great day going on.
Oh man,
Special
so much
Friday,
happening.
right?
So much happening. Thanksgiving next week. All these retailers are really in fifth gear.
Uh,
Everything's moving.
this is super crazy week for a lot of people, for sure. But today we're going to talk about four topic. QVC and Sune going away. Interesting dynamics going on there. Kroger with the shop the scene, and then Talk Shop Live making a Uh, interesting partnership with Amazon Live. We'll talk about this. And then YouTube trying to get closer and closer to TikTok with gifting on their live stream. So it's going to be quite interesting. Why don't we get started? All right. All right, everybody, this is Nico with eStreamly, the company that gets you live stream and video commerce on your website, social media, email, SMS, wherever you are. The video is shoppable. So excited to be here. I'm with my great friend Matt from E6 Marketing, the company that gets you on QVC and HSN. And we are here every Friday. So please feel free to follow us, comment, chat with us. We are live right now on LinkedIn and Facebook and some other social media platform. So excited to be here, Matt. Why don't you get started and tell us what the show is about?
Yes, every week I thank you very much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. So this is called the VCommerce podcast. We talk each week, Monday or Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern, about video commerce. What is video commerce? It's the platform that Nicholas and I both work through. It's the direct response television. That's how it started, maybe 50, 60 years ago. Graduated into QVC and HSN home shopping, where you could call in and order the product that you see on television. And now it's graduated into TikTok shop and uh, Instagram and Facebook and all your social media apps and all your website, all your e-com sites. So we talk on about four topics on this show. Hopefully they interest you. Hopefully you learn a little bit through these topics that we've kind of learned about over the week and got excited about to talk to you about it. So thank you very much. This is the week before Thanksgiving, Nicholas, and next week is the traditional biggest shopping weekend of the year, the Black Friday weekend. So everyone's gearing up, but I can't believe, or I guess I can believe, a lot of the movement and a lot of the different, announcements that are happening this week. Like the big players are making these big
Big
time
move.
announcements right before the biggest weekend of the year.
Yeah, I know it's a lot of big move, right? Especially the first one that really, I will say, took me by surprise. I saw this post on LinkedIn. I think I forwarded it to you immediately. Sune going away and QVC. So what can you tell us about this?
Yeah, no, make it clear. QVC is not going away, but
Yeah.
Sune is. QVC owns Sune. Sune is a live shopping app that's been around for maybe 15 months, based out of New York City, where they curated their own product and sold it through video streaming, video commerce. So Curate, which owns QVC, HSN, and a number of other website retailers, decided to disband Sune. This announcement was made earlier this week. They're no longer going to be selling products through this app, so the app will basically go away. And in turn, with the CEO of Curate making the announcement that Curate Group will no longer own QVC and HSN and all these other retailers, they're changing their name to the QVC Group. So what does all this mean? The announcement basically talked about how QVC and HSN are going to pivot into more social selling, something that we talk about on this platform, on this podcast every week. They're going to dive into consumer commerce a little bit harder, a little bit differently than they do now through live selling, through television and their internet sites. And they're trying to pivot into what is become very successful, obviously, that we've talked about for the last year or so on this podcast, selling through websites and social apps. So, Nicholas, I work through QVC. I obviously have a lot of great relationships in the building. I've been there all week, and I'm asking everyone the same questions, and we all have the same questions back to us. We're not sure all the ramifications of all these decisions. But as you said, you were surprised about Sune, being disbanded. I will promise you one thing: this will not be the last announcement about all these changes under the new Curate Group.
But it's so interesting, right? In one end, you've got a company to say we're going full in into that space, and on the other end, you've got Sune, which was probably their largest attempt to go in that space in some way. That they say, "Well, just stop it." So, and that's a property that they own. So is the idea that now they are going to move to property they don't own, which is the Facebook, the TikTok of the world, the Instagram and all those platforms, the TalkShopLive and all that. And you already mentioned that they are already currently on TikTok and has been somewhat successful. So maybe that's the play, right? We go where the audience is. I think, and on the press release they say we will go where the audience is, right? It's kind of the one of the mojo.
Yeah. Well, I know for a fact that Sune kind of maturated their own product. So they brought their own product in. They were going after a younger customer than QVC has. So QVC's got an unbelievable system of great products, big brands, small brands, curated brands in almost every retail category, as we've talked about on this show. Sune was just restricted. They had limited resources, they had limited personnel, and they tried their best in getting great product on their site and selling it as QVC would. The friendly backyard fence kind of philosophy, the storytelling, and then the product features and benefits. It just didn't work. I would blame, if I was, Monday morning quarterbacking, which I am today. It was more about the product and not the system. I don't know how much exposure the app got. I don't know how great the products were, but QVC knows how to do this. QVC knows how to bring product in. They know how to price. They know how to get customers excited and involved in the product decision making and buying process and limited quantities and all of that kind of story that maybe they didn't have.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I think a lot is going to be unpacked over the next couple weeks for sure. The second story that I want to brought up is Kroger and their shop the scene. So here's it. I wanted to let me share this with you. And so basically, they have play out this ad, and so they have been playing with these characters for some time now. But what the innovation is, in some way, is they are using QR code. So when you get to that, the scene is happening here on TV, and so you got it on Hulu and some of those other thing, and then you got a QR code. When you get on a QR code, you're actually landing into a page kind of dedicated about the video, and then you've got some recipe recommendation and some product recommendation that are about this video specifically. I don't think it's personally so new. What I found it quite interesting is that they categorize those moment under their blog. So it's actually through their website you have it's on the blog section. So I thought that was kind of an interesting way to put those. And honestly, I mean, like Amazon has been doing that for a while now with the FIVs, and obviously Amazon roll out FIVs, but they kind of introduce it and merge it to their core offering now. But I don't know. I didn't feel that was such of a deal. I guess maybe it's new for Kroger, and that's why people put it out there. But and it's only interesting because they only will do that from November 15 to December 29. So it's really just focusing on you know uh, literally it's a two weeks campaign. I mean, they should have QR code with products on pretty much every video. I mean, at this stage is, I don't know. I just feel I didn't see where is the news here, honestly. But anyway,
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm interested in what's behind the QR code. Are they going to use
yeah.
video behind it? Are they going to be live selling behind the QR code?
No, actually, so I was actually getting to the QR code, and first of all, like when I went on the website, I had to first select the type of store I wanted to be in, which like I didn't understood the first time, so I reloaded the video and then I came back. So I really forced myself and find out like I selected Kroger but then once you're in, so you get to basically the same video, and then you get to maybe a couple other inspirational videos, and then you get to products like shop holiday essential for your table, and you got product that, and then you've got recipes. So it's really like, um, think of it as an inspiration type place. It's really like a blog in a way, right? As I say, but there's really no, it's not like Walmart what they did like when they're rom-com, where you were seeing product placement on the video and then you're like, oh, those shoes are look really good, how do I buy those things? This
Yeah.
is nothing like that, right? It's a cartoon, and then there's turkey, and then, oh, guess what, you can actually buy turkey at Kroger. But I think there's nothing really fancy and new there. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. There's so much to do under QR codes, and we've talked about it many times on this show. I'm a little disappointed that they're not using it more to their advantage. You could turn over QR code content on the hour or on the minute. Like, you could do anything these days through QR code. So I agree. It's a little disappointing in this announcement. I know it's not live yet, right? So I'll be interested once it goes live and this test is kind of completed to see the feedback and see what they say and what the customer says if it was successful.
Yeah.
All
right. Why don't we go with the
Yeah,
third story
I
of
saw
the
this
day?
story. I saw
Oh
this
my-
story the other day. TalkShopLive and Amazon Live partnering again. Interactive shopping meets Black Friday is the story. So they're doing this on Black Friday. Next Friday, they're launching an expansive series of live shows, enhancing the live shopping experience, connecting audiences to top talents. So they're hooking up with Martha Stewart. They're hooking up with Eva Menendez. They're hooking up with Jennifer Hudson in selling a lot of different products with these celebrities throughout the Black Friday weekend. So the biggest weekend of the year, this is obviously their all-in kind of a platform, partnering with Amazon Live to see what kind of feedback and what kind of results they can achieve from this. So you and I were talking in the green room, the virtual green room, prior to us coming on set. And, TalkShopLive has had ups and downs since their launch. They've got a lot of celebrity-driven product, but their day-to-day products and their curated products from smaller founders doesn't seem to be resonating as much. These celebrities obviously drive viewership on their platform. So I would hope that this Black Friday event is successful for them and it generates clicks and sales.
I do think they are going to be very successful. I think TalkShopLive is an interesting platform. It's kind of interesting that Amazon get there. Personally, I think we have heard people saying that Amazon is probably, they are struggling with their live stream, and then bringing them to the right place and make them interactive. Like Creator were complaining as well on their live no longer being able to be seen on PDP directly and all that. And so you had to go through that experience. We know that they launched their fast channel. It's interesting to see that Amazon Live is trying to bridge the gap and going where there are some audiences. And maybe, that's going back to the QVC story. Maybe that's the thing, right? People that know and have content and do production, maybe they want to find a place to get into places where they have audience. And if something is consistent over the feedback I'm hearing, is that every time there's a live on TalkShopLive, there's a bunch amount of viewers. Viewers are there, and then now are they shopping? I don't know, but certainly there are viewers there, and so maybe it's a play for Amazon to bridge the gap and pay for pay to play and pay to be there to get more viewers and attractivity there. So.
Yeah, it's something that a lot of these places are going towards, these celebrity-driven product dynamics to drive viewership. QVC is doing the same thing. HSN's been doing this for years, and I've seen mixed results over the years. I've been around long enough to understand, like, in my opinion, it comes down to the product. If the product is great and the celebrity is pushing a great product, it's going to work. If the product's not great, you might get the viewership and the eyeballs, but in the end, you're not growing your sales.
And honestly, so it's funny because this week I was talking with one of our customer, and he was telling that they did a TikTok live with a pretty big creator, 2 million followers and all that, and they got very barely any views during their stream. And we were kind of and they were like, why is that? Why we didn't get anything? And I think it get back to the product was great and everything, but celebrities and big influencer, if they are not streamers, they might not be the right audience for you. They might not be the right host for you. And so it's not about like the big number. It's about like this person that resonates and that can bring people in. and then once they're in, they need to be able to close. And so I think it's really two different skill sets. It's not to be confused. And celebrity tend to be everything about look at me how great I am and nothing wrong about this. Where the streamers are more about tell me who you are, how do we engage together, like let bring come with me and let's have a journey together. And I think that's a really different mindset, and a very different dynamic altogether.
Nicholas, I want to ask you this question. This kind of goes into our last story, but do you think it's the influencer or the product or the brand that drives engagement and sales?
Oh, I love that.
I've had this conversation recently in the QVC green rooms. I love to hear your take on the influencer versus product dynamic. What is the best approach to growing through video commerce?
So I do think that obviously, it's I always say that live stream is the 4P and the H. The host is a key element that will make the whole dynamic working. But the product has to be good. The pricing has to be right. The what's neat for me, right, it has to be there. And you can be a great creator, you can engage the audience, but if the what's neat for me is not quite there, that is going to drive people one time, twice maybe, but then they're going to be sticking around. And if you want people to stick around, you got to have great product that people wants to hear more about and wants to engage with and wants to continue shopping. And I think that's why when you look at the live shopping in general, the one that I've always say tends to do very, very, very well, how the people that are presenting this one-time collection or this one-time product, this unique product, like we were talking about this, like all the second-hand product, all those like jewelry stuff and everything, where it's like the one of a kind, right? You get it now, or someone else gonna get it, and then you're done. This thing
Yeah.
doesn't exist. Like the collectible, why is it working? It's because it's like this scarcity of the product. If you're presenting a product that is like, yeah, it might be the best Givenchy product on earth, and then in this and it's but it's still the same that you're going to see next week and the next week and then the next week and the next week, is that going to be enough to motivate you to come back for that show specifically? And now all of a sudden it's like, well, you got what's in for me, your product is there and it's the same and everyone can access it, so what is so unique about today that you have to be there? And I think that's where the pricing now in this case come to be the number one factor driver. The host is here to, you come in the room and you want to stay because the host is cool, but the product is, I think, is what drive you initially.
I agree. I
that's my
completely agree. Scarcity, we call it impulse purchase. We call it limited quantity, whatever term you want to use. That gets the customer to make that impulse purchase decision. Oh my God, fear of missing out. I have to buy it right now. Otherwise, I'm not going to get it. I agree. I will say that in my world of QVC and HSN, that on-air presenter takes the ball over the finish line or over the goal line. Like if you've got a great presenter and the product is great, then everything works. If you got a great presenter and the product is not so great, they're going to move the ball down the field a little bit better. If your product stinks and your presenter stinks, it's not going to work no matter what. So I believe it's the product is first, and then it's the influencer or the guest or the dynamic of who is presenting the product to really make it successful. And this topic is what our final topic is. It's an exciting day at QVC, although it's not in the QVC studios here in the United States. Tomorrow, QVC is going to England to partner with Sir Elton John to sell Harry Slatkin candles. So their big product of the day is the Today's Special Value. Every day at midnight Eastern, they launch a new product, and it's available for those 24 hours unless it sells out. And tomorrow, it's a Harry Slatkin candle partnered with Elton John. So it's exciting. He's got multiple hours throughout the day, but he's got a dedicated hour from 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern, which is arguably, not that much of an argument though, the biggest, most valuable airtime of QVC's week, every week, 52 weeks of the year. So I was asking in the green room and kind of speculating, like, what do these candles need to do to achieve a productivity rate to be successful? In your opinion, without knowing QVC details as well as I do, like, what do you think? What will make this successful? Is it the eyeballs, or is it the sales and meeting the goal?
I think QVC has two objective, right? So it's a selling. They are a retailer first, right? So sales have to be there. But I think also it's this intangible of like the unique thing you can only get at this moment at this place, and being with such a celebrity that is Elton John, and resonate. And I think it's kind of rewarding the viewer, the long time viewer, about something kind of cool and unique that is, they can only experience on that moment, on that place. So I think it has really this eyeball. I don't think I will measure it in eyeball, but it's more in brand love. And the second thing, first thing will be sales, obviously, and then the second thing is brand love toward QVC. That's what I think the success will be, if I were to think of it that way.
I agree. I think everyone in the green room is going to be glued to,
The
tuned
matrix,
in
right?
to see how well it does, from a sales perspective, because that's why everyone's in the building. But it's going to be a great, entertaining, engaging kind of a show. Elton John, of all people, Candle in the Wind, selling candles through QVC is an amazing thing. And I know our time is tight, and we've got a couple questions on the stream, which is great, that we might not have time to get to today. But my question internally yesterday was, Sir Elton John is like top of the top as far as celebrities, right?
Yeah.
Worldwide, he is Sir. He's knighted. Sir Elton John. What kind of celebrity, or who would the celebrity be that would trump Sir Elton John as far as like fame, celebrity status in your mind today, across all genres, music, sports, politics, royalty? One person came up with one name, which I think is fascinating, and it's something you could take to lunch with you and arguing. It's a tough question for you. I'm not going to put you on the spot, but this one, my one friend said Kim Kardashian, and I'm like, why is Kim
Oh,
Kardashian a bigger name than Sir Elton John? And my friend said, because Kim Kardashian has the most followers of anyone on the planet. So if
yeah.
you're looking for engagement across age group, across genres, her opinion was Kim Kardashian's actually bigger than Sir Elton John. And I took pause. I'm like, you make a great point. I don't think that there's a bigger celebrity ever to walk through the
Yeah.
door
I
at
mean,
QVC.
she's the one that is doing a killing when she goes to any of the doing or any of those like social media on in China, and then doing a stream. She's the one that, you know beat anyone else from, except the big stars, the live stream stars. She's on par with some of those guys, and she doesn't do as frequently, and she's not as sophisticated as those guys. Yeah, I can see that to be the frame. But we were talking about the what else on the QVC. I'm curious to see. Do you have any idea of in terms of numbers what success could look like for that Elton John hour section or?
Yeah, I'm so fascinated. I could throw out I could just guess, and we could talk about it next week on how close I was. But I'll guess that hour needs to produce, or will produce, $2 million
In sales?
retail in 60 minutes.
I
Which
worked at $50 the candle. We're looking at 40,000 orders.
that's not something to sneeze at. That is a
Yeah,
lot of orders.
that's a lot of orders.
I
Yeah.
know
Well,
I know it's a high, lofty projection, but I think that hour is going to rock.
yeah, that's amazing. So Lou, Frank, and all the other people that are currently watching, if you want to support video commerce, go buy some candles tomorrow at 10 on QVC. Or if you see any of the creator doing live stream on social media or on any other place, website or anything, participate and collaborate. I think what's interesting also with the live shopping on social media and on, I will say on some of those platforms, social media and website. Typically, you are working with maybe smaller size brands as well. And so if you care about contributing to entrepreneurs and brands that are more in the building, I think it's a great way to allocate your dollars for the holidays. Matt, it's been a fantastic show again. A lot of to talk about. We didn't talk about YouTube and their gifting, which I felt was very interesting, and it seems to be that getting closer and closer to TikTok every day. But maybe we'll talk about this and another time. We are here every Friday on LinkedIn, as well as on other social media platform. If you like the show, please comment. Again, thank you for Frank and Lou for your question today. And we will be there. I don't think we will be there next Friday, Matt. Will we be there next Friday?
I think we can. I mean, we can sneak it in. I love to hear the results, and I love to talk about the whole Black Friday. It is Black Friday, so
it is Black Friday. So no shopping for us. We'll be here. Well,
yeah.
see you then.